Hey guys, I'm Pyrubic here and got a new style of video today. This is voiceover type, so let me know if you guys end up liking this in the comments section. And I'm just going over this 64 kill game I got and going over the build in the background over it. But who knows, maybe you guys can get a 60 bomb too. But in this video, I'm just going to be telling you guys what to run in the build and basically just how to play it. So starting off with the aspects, we have Vanishing Step, which reads as dodging makes you invisible. This is pretty simple, but it'll be a big factor later on in the build, as it will be synergizing with our main exotic armor piece. Next up in aspects, we got the thing that keeps everything moving, Stylish Executioner. Defeating a weakened, suppressed, or volatile target grants invisibility and true sight. After performing a Stylish Execution, your next melee attack while invisible weakens targets. Now this is really what gets the build moving, because we're always going to be defeating a weakened, suppressed, or volatile target with this build, so we'll always be getting invisibility and basically just wall hacks. Most of the terms I'm using, such as weakened, suppressed, or true sight, can just be searched up in game. If you go to your subclass and equip any of these things with these descriptions, it'll give you a brief description if you hover over it. I hope that helps, because I know this may be confusing if you're a newer player, you just haven't been keeping up with the game. Now that we're done with the aspects, our armor piece, we're going to be rocking the chestplate Gear Falcon's Halberd, or I don't even know how you pronounce it. And if you've played this game, you can see how unnecessarily long the description of this thing is, but I shortened it for you guys on the screen. So it's See Me, Feel Me. Your void weapons gain volatile rounds after you emerge from being invisible. Now the way we're using this is, every time we dodge, come out of invisibility, or anything like that, we're getting volatile rounds. And if we kill somebody while they're volatile, we're not only just getting a damage boost that could sometimes kill other players around them, but we're also going invisible again. And the way we're doing this is because of our aspect Stylish Execution, which grants us invisibility from the volatile rounds. Sadly, there is about a 6-second timer on Stylish Execution, so you won't be able to just every kill you get just go invisible and volatile again. But every time you come out of invisibility, you do get volatile rounds. Now, one thing to be careful of when doing this is that if you let the invisibility timer on the bottom left run all the way down to 0, and you don't do any action to come out of invisibility, you actually won't get volatile rounds. So just make sure you shoot or do anything that will make you go uninvisible so you can get the buff. Now, you don't have to use this weapon specifically. This build still works pretty well with everything else, but this is by far the best weapon I used while testing out this build. Now, time for our exotic weapon, Wave Splitter. Now, this just functions like a normal exotic trace rifle, and it just has 3 power levels that go up as you hold the trigger down, just get more damage. But what we really want to use here is a supercharged battery. Collecting an orb of power grants a period of maximum power that starts with an automatic reload. Sustained fire in this mode suppresses targets. Now, base damage with this weapon is about 17, and with the maximum power you get 19 damage, which is a lot with the trace rifle because you're shooting 1,000 rounds per minute. And yes, this is great for taking people out of their supers if you want to do that. The amount of times I've just gotten somebody out of their super and just saved me and my teammates' lives with this thing, because no one expects, to get knocked out their super by a Wave Splitter. Now, moving on to our fragments, and the first one that just works perfectly with Wave Splitter, Echo of Domineering. After suppressing a target, you gain greatly increased mobility for a short duration, and your equipped weapon is reloaded from reserves. Defeating suppressed targets creates a void breach. Now, this works perfectly with Wave Splitter because when you have that supercharged battery, you're going to be suppressing a target, so you're going to be creating a void breach and reloading your weapon, and void breaches are going to be pretty useful in this build. Now, you don't have to, but I'm running suppression grenades, which is just my favorite. That's the only reason I'm really running it, on top of the fact that it does proc Stylish Executioner, and it also procs Echo of Domineering, which can cause a void breach to spawn too. Now for our next fragment, Echo of Cessation. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Finish your final blows create a burst of void damage that causes nearby combatants to become volatile. Now, that's not the important part. Defeating volatile targets creates a void breach. Now, we're always going to be making targets volatile. You're going to be coming out of invisibility all the time. So, just getting a void breach just for that, we'll take it. Now, you might be wondering to yourself at this point, why do we need all these fragments for all these void breaches? That's because of this fragment right here, Echo of Starvation. Picking up a void breach or an orb of power grants Devour. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the thought of somebody killing my teammate, I see he's low health, and I charge at him, he picks up a void breach or an orb of power, and he just has full health back while he's still invisible, and bam, he shoots me, and I see his health bar, so it's full. I would hate to go against that. Not to mention, every single time you get a kill with the Devour up, it extends the timer and you get full health and you get grenade energy for that kill. Now, picking up Void Breaches also repops Devour and refreshes your timer. You know, you get the grenade energy for doing that. And, you know, if you want to go kill somebody, but your timer's running low, you can pick up a Void Breach and extend the timer. Or the classic, what I like to do is just pick up a Void Breach mid-fight, get all my health back, and just turn around and fry somebody. Now for our last, but definitely not least, Echo of Persistence. Void buffs applied to you, Invisibility, Overshield, and Devour have increased duration. There's not much to talk about here. You know, you're going to be invisible all the time. You're going to be using Devour all the time. So, you know, having an increased duration, and it is a substantial amount, is just extremely helpful. While that rounds off all the subclass and technical stuff with the build, there's still more to this build that you can put on in your armor mods that make it floor even better. Now, I'm not going to go over every single mod right here, but I'm going to go over the most important ones that make the build, okay? I will have a screenshot on screen now at the end of the video if you just want to copy it directly, including all the other mods too. But the main mod that we're going to be using is on our cloak, which is Reaper, which is if you get a weapon final blow, you get an Orb of Power. You pick up that Orb of Power because of our other fragment that we have, you get Devour. And another mod I love to run in tandem with this, which would always confuse enemies, was Powerful Attraction. Now, this really just, like, you have like a sphere around you that sucks up all the orbs of light, even through walls. So, you know, if I kill somebody but they're too far away and their teammate's just pushing me and I have low health, what I like to do is just like dodge up against the wall, get all my health back, invisible so they can't see my health bar, and just pop around the corner, kill them too. And then on my boots, I'm just running 2 Innervation mods and Insulation mods. What Innervation does is just grants you grenade energy from Orbs of Power that you pick up, which you're going to be picking up anyway. And Insulation does the same thing, but for class ability energy. Outside of grenade, kickstart, and fastball, which are just quality of life things, everything else is just a weapon performance enhancing thing and is up to you. You also have the choice of whatever primary you want. I chose Rose because of its crazy handling, its stickiness, and I had a quick draw and snapshot roll on it. But that's it for the build. Let me know if you guys like it in the comments section or any other ideas you guys have. A like and subscribe is always appreciated. We just hit 200 subscribers and this is such a huge milestone. I want to thank you guys so much, as I'm nothing without you guys. I have my other videos up on screen if you guys want to go watch those. I won't guarantee you'll enjoy them though, because like I said, this is a very different style of video than what I usually do, but I still have other build videos. But you know, thanks for watching and peace.